so coffee tastes mighty good. That's not the reason why I've gotta get back up to that sugar shack.
Hey everyone, Jim Tedesco here from Millennium County Railroad version 2.0. And today we're going to review the second camera, which is also a ribbon camera, or mini spy ribbon camera, or whatever you want to classify it. Anyway, without any further ado, let me grab that and we'll get started on this, so be right back. Alright, so here we are, and we have what is commonly referred to as a ribbon cam. It's a very small body, measures about a little over 2 inches long, and about 3/8 of an inch thick, and about 3/4 wide for the actual body. And then you have I believe that's about a 6-inch ribbon on it. And at the end of the ribbon, there's actually a little lens. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's the actual camera. Now this is a great little camera, and I'll tell you why. For one, it's a DVR. There's no Wi-Fi involved. You have an on and off switch here. You turn it on, and that's after you put the SD card in, of course. And then you forget about it, because the rest of it is controlled with this little key fob. It comes with a remote. You can't beat that. So you got there's 4 buttons on there. The A button, or the big one, turns the camera on and off. The B button, which is the next big one, will set it up for motion detection, or no, record and not record. And I think C and D do for motion detection, and I'm not sure what the last one is for, because I'm not interested in it. But this thing is nice. So, and the battery in this is good for 2 hours, so you can get, without having the full with it, you can run multiple instances without having to recharge it every time, which is not bad. Now, the instructions for it, well, leave a little bit to be desired. Typical Chinese instructions. They're, hold on, where's my, I'll get my glasses here. What we got here is, it's pretty basic. It's in both Chinese and English. Chinese on the top, English underneath of it. But it tells you everything you need to know, I mean, as far as how to operate it, what each switch does, how to turn it on, how to turn it off, how to record. It's pretty basic. It's not difficult to understand. I was able to pick it up real quick, and usually I have problems with these weird instruction sheets. And it actually came fully charged, which I was kind of amazed, because a lot of times when you buy stuff out of China, it's not charged. But this actually was, so that's not too bad. Now, I'm going to show you a video clip, 2 of them actually, of what it looks like on the track. Now, the first one, I didn't strap the camera head down, the lens head, too well. There was a lot of vibration. The second one, I strapped it down, but it was angled up. So if you ever wanted to see what the underside of my second level looks like, you'll get to see it. But the picture's really good, I thought, considering. So you're going to enjoy this. So stand by and we'll get that set up and you can see it. Okay, we're going to start with the first clip. And this is before I actually got started. Like I said, this is going to be, the camera's really shaky because I didn't strap it down properly. But overall, it's just, yeah, you can tell right off the bat, that's a beautiful picture, I think. And eventually we do get started. There we go. You see the camera shaking, the actual lens. That was kind of my fault because I didn't I didn't secure the lens that well. But still gives you a pretty good idea of what things look like. I mean, overall, it's a really good picture. Alright, now what I'm going to do is, instead of fooling around with this one, I just wanted to show you that. Here's the second clip. Now this is where I strap down the camera lens. It is angled wrong, it's pointing upward, but you can see the picture's much nicer. You don't have the vibration problem now because it's secured. And that's the thing, you want to make sure you secure the lens whatever you strap it to. And that's what the underside of my second level looks like. And once again, I have some dirty track. I've got some dead spots on the track, so I'm going to have to get in there and really clean it when I get a chance. We're inside the tunnel now. I tell you, it did a nice job in the tunnel, actually. It's a shame I didn't have it aimed right, but, you know, hey. Like I said, I got to make a bracket for the dummy loco that's going into it. And then you'll get it looking out the windshield perspective. But overall, you can see how nice the picture is. It is a 1080p. The sound's not bad. That's it. That's really not that bad. Let me switch back over here to... I'm on electric power right now, so I can't really bring the camera out where the lighting is better. And you can probably hear Pogo in the background making a bunch of noise, because he does that. There we go, that's a little better. So, overall I think this is a great camera. I will post a link down below. Because I don't remember, I have to double check it, because I'm buying so much stuff here that I can't keep track of where I'm getting stuff from. I'm pretty sure I got it off of eBay, but I might have gotten it off Amazon, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's eBay. Now it did come directly from China, okay, so it's going to take a while to get it. I ordered this 3 weeks ago, and it came in yesterday, which is not bad. I thought it was going to take another week, because normally anything out of China comes in about a month. But we did pretty good on that one, 3 weeks. Tell you what, it's faster to get stuff from China now than it is from across the street almost. I got a brand new camcorder that I ordered. Because the other one that you're actually looking through right now had some issues, but I was able to correct them, by the way. After, of course, I ordered a new one, but it was getting due for a new one anyway. And I think I pointed out in an earlier video I had screen issues. I did in fact fix it. But, you know, it's an old camera. It's going on, I think, 3 or 4 years old, so it was time for a new one. And I actually bought a 4K camcorder this time. So I'm hoping it's going to be much nicer than this one. And this one isn't that bad, but, you know. But anyway, it's coming out of California. It was supposed to be here yesterday. And I got notified this morning it won't be here till the 10th of October. What the hell? So apparently, and it's coming UPS. So apparently UPS lost it because I ordered it on the 22nd of September. And it just went out on the truck today to make it across the country. So apparently they lost it and it was bouncing around all over California or whatever they were doing with it. Because like I said, it generally only takes 4 or 5 days to get stuff out of California, but apparently not anymore. So, that's where we're at with that. But it is what it is. So, with that being said, the bottom line is, in summation here, I think this is a great camera. There is no brand name on it, so I can't give you what brand it is. That's why I'm just going to give you a link, because there actually isn't a brand name. It's unbranded. And that's fine, because who cares about names, right? But it's a great camera. It did a beautiful job here. It was relatively inexpensive for a non-Wi-Fi camera, because I found out that most DVRs cost more than the Wi-Fi cameras do. I don't know why. Less is more, right? But I would recommend this camera. It's absolutely great for HO scale, and I believe it's usable in N scale. Like I said, you could wrap up the ribbon a little bit. It is bendable, so you can get a shorter distance for the camera. And I think it would work wonderfully in N scale, because it's pretty darn small. Now, the other camera, it's a little bit big for N scale. It could be used, but I think it would be problematic because of the height. That's just one here that I reviewed yesterday. That's pretty high for an N scale. So I think you'd be better off going HO with this. But this other one, definitely, I don't believe you can run N scale with it. So if you're interested in a non-Wi-Fi DVR type camera, mini cam, that might be the one you're looking for. So once again, I'll post a link down below. And that's it for now. I'll have more videos forthcoming soon. I'm not getting as much done there as I'd like to. I do have a life outside of the train shed. Not much of one, but I still have a life. My car is back together, for all you guys that were wondering how that went. I finished that 3 or 4 days ago. I want to put a new intake manifold on it, new fuel injectors, new spark plugs, new water pump, new belt tensioner, and a throttle body spacer. And I tell you what, that thing runs like better than new. It actually did not. I had that car, I got it from my dad when he passed. It had 13,000 miles on it, and it has 80,000 now. And those are all my miles. And the car has never run as good as it does right now. And I attribute some of that to the throttle body spacer, just a metal plate with like fins on the inside. It's supposed to make the air come in. It's supposed to mimic a blower to some degree. Not on that grand of a scale, but it does help. It actually swirls the air coming in, so it's semi-forced injection. And it really does work. I got crisp throttle. I mean, you touch the gas and boom, you're going. I think 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. I mean, it's not bad for a big sled like that, right? And I didn't even have my foot in it all the way. So I was kind of amazed at how well it works. I still have to see what the gas model. And also wound up changing the cylinder block heat sensor, which had apparently been bad on it for a while because I had a stalling problem with it. And I didn't realize that actually controls the fuel-air mixture and the timing. So the car wasn't running at peak performance, and that'd been like that for like 2 years, But it never threw a light on the check engine light, so I had no idea it was bad. But after I put it all back together, my air conditioner didn't work, and I'm going, well, what the hell's going on here? It worked before I took it apart. and I didn't mess with the air conditioner at all. So it turns out that that switch actually controls the air conditioner as well. So when I put my scanner on it, it was showing minus 40-degree temperature at the cylinder head, or cylinder block. And I'm thinking, no, that's not right. It's like 80 degrees out. So it's getting a bad reading, and basically it shut the compressor off to protect it from freezing. Go figure, right? So anyway, that's fixed. I've been doing that. Of course, I've been messing with the chickens, and there's just a million little things they're always doing. And, you know, things in the house break, and you have to fix them. So I've been a little busy, and I haven't had as much time in here as I would like. But I think that's going to change pretty soon. And I'm ready to start doing scenery. I think all my track work is pretty much finished, except for turnout controls. But you know, I bought those. I don't remember what they're called now. They were kind of. I think I'm going to resell most of them. They're not as great as I thought they were. And once again, you know, it looked cool. Had a little working. Now I still got the working indicators that'll work whatever I use. But I was watching Tom Kvichak on Tom's Training Things the other day, and he really had a brilliant idea. And now that my 3D printer is working again, I could start printing after I fulfill some of my orders. But I found a bracket that you could mount the small servo. I have a ton of small servos. I think they're, I don't know what the hell, I don't know, 283s or something like that, or 281 servos. They're smaller. I've got like a dozen of them. And what Tom did, he mounted it in these brackets. I don't know if he bought the brackets because he didn't have a printer. He probably bought them already pre-made. But I said, well, I can print those, and I actually have the file for it. So you mount that in there, and then what he did is he cut out a section of the foam underneath the track, lifted it out with the actual turnout on it, and hollowed out some of the foam and mounted the servo unit up underneath. So all you had to do was drop a couple wires underneath and run it to your switch and power. And I'm thinking that is a brilliant idea. So you basically have a slow motion switch machine without the expense. So I bought those servos. I think I bought a dozen of them for like $8. That's how cheap they are out of China. I can make the brackets for pennies, literally. And the only thing I have to supply is a piece of wire to stick up in the turnout. It'll be a piece of cake. So thanks again to Tom Kvichak from Tom's Training Things for giving me that idea. Sometimes he has some really great ideas. Of course, he's been doing this, yeah, I don't know, I guess he's been doing maybe a little longer than me, I'm not sure. But, you know, and you really should watch his channel. I do pick up a lot of ideas from him, and, you know, anyway, I can credit him for, you know, I've always had a somewhat interest in Arduino, but he kind of really fueled that interest and kind of gave me that push to really get into it, because I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to mess with it or not. Now I'm glad I did, because I'm utilizing it. So overall, he's got some great ideas. So if you're not a member of his channel, be one. Get his membership. Get membership on his channel and check it out. That's Tom's Trains and Things. Okay, well that's about it for now. So yeah, so I lost my train of thought there to steal a saying from Tom. Actually, my train of thought derailed a long time ago. But speaking of, so I'm going to replace these turnout motors that I was going to use with the servos. I think it'll be a better setup, and I'll have to use Arduino with them, I believe, which is fine, because I should be able to control several different ones with one Arduino. And this way I can knock down the amount of Arduinos I'm using. Although Arduino boards are so cheap that it wouldn't matter. You know, But if I could power, say, 4 or 5 at a time, and I should be able to, that's going to save me money in the long run, because the boards themselves, and I think I paid like $11 or $12 for one. I got 3 extra ones already, and I'll get more if I need them. And I've got plenty of sensors, But anyway, that's the plan. So that's about it for now. As always, keep it on the rails. Thank you for watching, and I hope I'm done with cameras for a while, because really I've had it up to here with cameras. My wife's really going, how many cameras do you think you need? Well, apparently I need as many as I got. But I did send that first cube back. As a matter of fact, I filled out the return form yesterday. That was $57. So I'll get credited that as soon as I get it back, because I just didn't like it. It was a decent quality camera, but that whole Wi-Fi thing wasn't doing it for me. So these 2 cameras I have now I think are better choices, and I should be fine with them. And since I'll have 2 camcorders, this old one that I'm using now and the new one I've got coming, I should be able to do multiple captures on the train layout later on. Oh, by the way, that other Panasonic I bought for 20 bucks, it's a nice camera, don't get me wrong. But because of its age, it's roughly 10 years old. I only paid $20 for it. It was $800 new. Problem with it is, it doesn't use an AVI or MPEG format. It uses H.264, which I think I've explained this before, that your computer will not read automatically. VLC won't read it at all. And you have to get a codec pack for the Microsoft stock player in order to play the 264. And like I said, I don't know about other editing programs, but my Camtasia doesn't recognize it. So I just said, well, I don't want to fool around with having to, shoot the video, load it up on the computer, then I have to convert it to AVI or MPEG-4, and then I could, introduce it into Camtasia and do my editing. Too many steps. So I'm going to sell it. I know I'll get back my money on it because I got it for next to nothing anyway. And the camera works beautifully. Nothing wrong with it. Just a stupid format, which apparently 10 years ago I guess they thought was okay. Well, it ain't. So anyway, enough of my yapping. As always, and I said this before, but I'll say it again, keep it on the rails. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye.